Hello, young artists. Today we're going to make basic shapes using straight lines and curvy lines like we have been practicing. So if I take my hands like this, they're like two straight lines. If I bend them and bring them together so that my hands touch, they have closed around a space and I have made a shape. If I take my fingers like this and I bring them together so they touch, I'm closing them around a space and that gives me a different shape. If I bend my hand like this and bring them together, it makes a shape like a heart. Can you bring your hands together and make a heart shape like this? I'm going to use straight lines and curvy lines to make basic shapes today, and we're going to go over the 6 basic colors. Let's look at this piece of art together. This is a piece of art by Lois Ehlert from her book called Circus. I see lots of basic shapes in this piece of art. I see circles, I see rectangles, I see a square, a blue square, and then I see lots and lots of triangles. I'm going to show you how to draw some of these shapes now. I'm going to use a Sharpie. You use a pencil or a crayon. Remember, it's just in your sketchbook, and if you mess up, it's okay. I'm going to start by making a straight line that stands up tall. And then notice I took my marker off of the paper. Remember, we make a dot and then we take it for a walk. Well, I picked it up and I'm going to put it back at the bottom and go across. Now I'm going to go to the top and go across. And now I'm going to go down. It doesn't quite close right there, so I'm going to close it up. Now I have a square. If I try to go all at once like that, I tend to round the corners and it ends up not looking like a square. It ends up looking like a piece of toast. So picking up your pencil and taking a little break and then making a new dot and taking it for a walk will help you keep things from being round when you want your lines to be straight. Now I'm going to make a rectangle. I make a long line. I make another long line next to it. And then I go to the top. And then I go to the bottom. And now all these lines touch. So they close around this space, and this space is a shape, and it's called a rectangle. I'm going to use another straight line, kind of like the letter A. I'm going to make a dot. I'm going to take it for a walk down the slide. Notice I picked my marker up. I go back to the top, and I go down the other way. I pick my marker up. Now I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to go across. Now I'm going to make that heart shape. It's a little bit harder, but give it a try. I'm going to make a dot. I'm going to make it really big so you can see it. I'm going to go up, over, and down. And then I'm going to flip that idea over and I want to go up, over, and down and make it touch at the bottom. And now I have a shape like a heart. I'm going to make a circle next. I'm going to start with a dot right here. I'm going to go up, around, and I want to come back to where I started, like that. That's not a perfect circle. It's okay. I'm going to take a circle and stretch it out a bit and make an oval next. And an oval, it's kind of like an egg shape, is kind of like that. Once you make your shapes and you fill up your page, I want to give you a little drawing challenge. Try to make your shape a little smaller, like this. I'm going to make another oval inside, and maybe another one. It's harder to draw it a little bit smaller, so give it a try. I'm going to make a square inside a square. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to make 2 short lines. And then remember, I'm going to close the space up by having all the lines touch. Now I have a rectangle inside of a rectangle. And now I'm going to make a triangle inside of a triangle. And if I'm really careful, I can make one more really small. I can make lots of circles. And I get better and better each time I practice. And then I think I might decorate that with some dots that go all around it. Now, I want to go over the basic colors, and I'm just going to make a rainbow. So a rainbow is going to be a curve like this, just a curvy line. I'm going to start with yellow, and yellow is really hard to see on plain white paper. But I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to make a curve. And I'm going to go over it several times so that my line is thick. Artists use thin lines like these and thick lines too. The next color is orange. Do you know what orange looks like? Pick an orange crayon and make a thick, curvy orange line. I'm doing the colors in order, so I want to see how you do it. I want you to do it like I do it. The next color is red. I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to go back and forth. Remember this little pillow part of my hand? I'm letting it rest on the paper. I'm going to keep coloring that in so it's nice and thick. What do you think the next color would be? After red, we have violet. Most of the time I call it purple. I have a favorite cup that I eat yogurt out of that is this color. It's purple. And the next color is blue. Can you find your blue crayon? This is blue. I'm going to make a blue part of the rainbow here. And I have one more color. And it's green. I didn't have a new green crayon. I'm going to use this old one. It's short and broken, but that's okay. It's kind of a yellowy green. It's not like this kind of green like the paper. But that's okay. I've got all my colors in order. I should have 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've drawn basic shapes today. We've practiced knowing and using the 6 colors, and we counted to 6 too. When you come back to see me in a Google Meet, we're going to read this book together, Bear in a Square, and it's all about shapes. I'll see you soon, young artists.